Welcome. This is Emil again, and we're going to continue this walkthrough of Mule ESB and the Anypoint platform, or the Anypoint Studio. This session will still be on version 3.6, but I will go beyond that to the next version 3.7 in the next one. So here we will do a simple view over the basic transformations that you can do in Mule ESB. I prepared with a simple flow, reading a file from an inbound endpoint and just logging its payload. I've just added a breakpoint here, and I'm going to start my application in debug mode. Yes, I want to switch to that perspective. So I prepared a little JSON file. You will see its content soon. I'll pause it in here, and you can see we're hitting our breakpoint. We can see information about the file here, but it's not very easy to see its content. If we step over this, we can see our logger writing a reference to this file, which isn't very useful either. We want to see the content. So what can we do? We can use the file to string transformer to begin with. We'll pass that there, add another logger, put in the payload here, and click Save. So it will automatically redeploy itself. We'll move another file to this inbound directory, and we hit our breakpoint. We can step over this first. So now we'll post the logger. We're about to enter the file to string transformer. We still have our receiver file input stream. I'm stepping this over, and now look, we have a wonderful string showing the true content of our file. So that's quite useful. What could we do with this? Well, it's a JSON file. Let's transform it to an object. There's a JSON to object transformer we use out of the box. We'll add another logger just to see its content. We can step through this, and you will see we just logged that earlier. Yeah. So we're adding the payload in this logger too. Save it up and watch it redeploy itself. The next, we'll run the same file once again. So moving it here, it will take a second or two before it hits. And yeah, well, here we are. We can step it through. And here we're about to enter the JSON object. So now we still have our JSON string. And we'll click next. And currently we have a object representing this JSON. So we can find the author key, which is my name, and we can find its value. We can loop through this, and we can see other content of this message. The person, I'm not sure why at the pop-up level, but it doesn't matter. We'll have the children here, and we can watch each children, Emil, Alice, and Bob. Yeah. So, very simple thus far. And we'll continue this and watch the output. So now when we transform this to a JSON node object, it still has a readable string out. So we can debug this pretty awesome. Just to represent the object working on here, we can do a object to XML transformer. And add another logger. So currently we are reading our file. We're transforming the content to a string, transforming that JSON string to an object. In a real world scenario, we probably have some validation here just to make sure it is in JSON. And then we use this JSON object and transform that to an XML without specifying anything. You could add encoding and MIME types and a return class to this, but let's not now. We're saving it up, and it has already redeployed itself. We're putting this file in one last time. Watch it find itself. We can step through these first steps. Now we can see the JSON to object. We'll see we have a JSON data representation. Pass through the logger, we pass through the object to XML, and currently, all of a sudden, we have a XML string representing this content. And since we had a Jackson node representation, this isn't very readable. We'll have a lot of children, a lot of entries that we have to parse through, but it's still XML readable. So you could transform this with XSLT if you wanted to. Let's finish it up, and we can watch it as the final XML here. So it's not very useful maybe to have this. We could see if we can find an easier way. So we will remove this logger. We will remove the object XML and the logger, and that's JSON to object. And we'll see if we can transform the JSON in a simple way. There's a JSON to XML transformer. We'll add a logger after it again, and log its payload. Saving the project up, watching it redeploy itself, copying the inbound content once again. There, it found its file. We're stuck at the logger breakpoint. We'll step this through. So now we're still having a JSON string at this point when we're about to enter the JSON to XML transformer. And then we'll see the payload. And it seems it is just parsing the document type. Let's step this over one last time and watch the logger. And this is very interesting indeed. I have currently no idea why. It seems a bit weird, actually. But let's not bother with that. We will test it out in 3.7 in the next video. Thank you for watching this time, and I'll see you soon again.